Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining this live session. We are here with Gunisha, who is Manager Recruitments in Northwestern Polytechnic, and she's going to share everything related to Northwestern Polytechnic, why we should join this college, location, job market, PR prospects, everything related to this particular college. And we are going to discuss all the popular programs which are whatever are available there. So we are going to discuss everything in this live session. So stay tuned till the end. And if you have any questions, you can ask the questions in the chat. I'll take your questions with her. And if you want to apply, then definitely you can share the questions related to the applications as well. We are going to share those things. And if there is any questions which you want to ask even after the session, I will take it to Gunisha later on as well. So welcome Gunisha for this particular session. Without any delay, I'll hand it over to you and you can start the session.
Ji, for inviting me so that we can talk live about Northwestern Polytechnic, and obviously not just Northwestern Polytechnic. Today we'll be talking about anything and everything in Canada. What changes happened very recently? What effect does it have on us as an institute based out of Canada? And if students are having any myths through social media, they're most welcome to ask about all those myths as well, because there are many things going on. Social media is floating a lot of things. So I think if we are here on this platform today, I think going live and talking to students, if they have any doubts about Canada, we can clear those as well. So I would like to start by introducing myself. My name is Gunisha Kondal and I am South Asia Manager for Northwestern Polytechnic. Northwestern Polytechnic is one of the institutions based out of Alberta. And we have two campuses. One of the campuses being in Grand Prairie, another campus is based out of Fairview. Both the campuses come under the rural renewal stream of the government, which helps you to get an early settlement out in Canada after completing your education. And obviously, there's an edge when you work in a polytechnic, when you're studying in a polytechnic. So getting work for you becomes easy because the teaching method that we use is moreover practical based. So that is A. And secondly, the tuition fee is very affordable. We have flexible courses in which students can go. We have co-op programs in which students can enroll into.
Okay. Gunisha, what are the programs available on PG level in Northwestern Polytechnic?
So, very recently, but we've introduced 3 PG programs in Northwestern Polytechnic. That is the post-diploma in human resource management. One would be post-diploma business administration and marketing. And the third one would be post-diploma in, financial aid. So these are the 3 PG diplomas that we're promoting.
So one is business, marketing, and finance.
Yes.
And what is the eligibility criteria for admission in this
So
diplomas?
basically, anyone who has done a 2-year diploma from Canada, if he's onshore, can take up this program. And anyone from India who has completed graduation with 60% can take this program. So any student who's done their graduation in, let's say in BA also, can take up this programs. They just need to have 60% and they need to have 6.5 no band less than 6 in IELTS. And if they've done a PT, then we are open to accepting 60 PT, no band less than 55. We are open to accepting Duolingo also. We are open to accepting TOEFL also. We are open to accepting CAEL also. So all these programs, all these ELPs can be acceptable.
Okay. And in Duolingo, what is the score required?
Overall 115, no band less than 95.
No band less than 95. This is your PG level programs.
Yeah.
And are these PG diploma 1-year PG diploma or 2-year?
So they are 1-year PG certificates, because here most of the students who come to us, like who have already done a graduation and they do a 1-year certificate course also. After that also they easily get their required points for PR. So most of the students don't take a 2-year program in Alberta. And if you see all over in Alberta also, you will not see any 2-year PG programs. Most of the PG programs are 1 year.
Most of, yeah. Even in McEwan and other universities or colleges.
Yes. But what makes us different is most of the programs in McEwan or in NATE or in SATE also sometimes, they're non-credit programs, but we do not have non-credit programs. Any program that you're doing PG is a credit program, and you will be getting like full assurance that you can use it for your PR as well.
And what is the fee for these programs?
So basically, the average fees that we have, Jitendra ji, is 16,300 Canadian dollars. But if you ask me the average fee for a PG program, it's $17,000.
And what's the application fee?
The application fee for UG as well as PG is $150. And if any students, is applying at any amount of time, if we have any offers going on, we can obviously give them those offers on the application fees.
But normally it is $150.
Yeah, normally it is 150 CAD.
Okay. And is there any issue of gap or age after the bachelor's degree?
No, there's no as such, because we are a polytechnic, so we are open to accepting mature students as well. So even if you are above the age of 30 also, you have a required work experience, to cover up that gap. So we don't have any age limits as such. Like we are open to accepting 5 to 7 to 10 years of gap as well. But it should be justified gap. You must have your work experience.
What about backlogs? Is there any issue of backlogs to get admission?
We generally do not ask for a backlog certificate, but we do ask for transcripts, like a complete degree email from the institute that you have done in. As long as you have passed, we don't worry about the backlog.
If that is there, in that case, we can get admission. It
Yeah,
won't
easily.
be of much difficulty.
No,
And
no
what's the
hassle.
turnaround time for PG level programs?
So for PG level programs or for UG level programs, the turnaround time stays between 15 to 20 working days. And it might take time, when an intake is closing or an intake is opening, like for this amount of time, when we are very closer to September intake opening and closing, it might take like about 4 weeks to get your decision.
So 1 month of time.
Yeah.
And what about, sometimes it happens that there are two type of situations happen for the students. One is, if the application is submitted, students are definitely going to get offer letter. Second
Yeah.
is, even after the submission of application fees, every scrutiny is done, still at the end stays, colleges say, no, we are not going to give admission or seat. So that also happens. So waiting time, even after waiting, we don't know, we are uncertain, and we can't give assurance to students that whether you are going to get admission or not. So what's the system here? Could you please give us some idea on this?
Yeah, sure. So sometimes what happens, Jitendra ji, like I'll give you one example. We have an early learning and childcare program with us, which is getting like hands-on experience, and you get a lot of applications for those programs, onshore and offshore as well. So sometimes what happens, the response is so overwhelming that sometimes, some of the students, maybe 5 or 6 students, go into waitlist also. But certainly what we do is we keep a regular tab on our admissions, so that if we have got XYZ amount of applications, if we want, we will certainly close the program and we won't take much applications. So I continuously monitor the amount of applications we've got, so that waitlisting cannot be an issue. But yeah, sometimes in some cases, it might happen that a student may get waitlisted, but our institution is such, we give you an option to stay on waitlist, or you can choose some other program which is open. So we give you those options as well. So let's say if ELCC is open and we have a seat available in healthcare aid, we can tell you that ELCC is waitlist. It's your choice to stay on waitlist, or you can apply for any other open program. So then it's up to the student. We don't charge for that. So in the same application fees, you can, just fill a program change form and, apply with us.
So program change is possible. Can we submit application for 2 or 3 programs together? Can we submit it?
Yes,
This is my
yes.
first choice, second choice, third choice.
Yes, we always tell the student, to, what you were saying, so that these moments don't come. And certainly we don't want students to get waitlisted after they've paid $150. So we always give students an option, to apply for a backup program. So let's say if you applied certainly for kinesiology, but then you had your backup program as personal trainer. So if kinesiology is full or you don't qualify for kinesiology, then you have an option that you can qualify for the other program. So you can add at least 1 or 2 backup programs if you want.
What are the intakes available for PG level programs?
So the PG level programs are certainly September to September. But then if a student wants a deferral from September, so we can provide him a deferral to Jan intake. But we initially don't take new applications to Jan intake. but we take deferred applications to Jan intake as well. But if you ask me the original intake for PG, it is just September to September.
Okay, so right now, if we are going to take applications, those applications will go for next year September intake.
Yeah, September 25. But we have UG seat availability for January intake. So that is there. We have healthcare aid. And certainly some students, what they do is, because we have this early learning and childcare as a diploma and as certificates also. So if a student is onshore, they generally go for 1 year certificate programs also. So UG PG is not a deal with them. They can go for certificate programs also.
Oh, what is the length of PG program, whether it is 8 months or 12 months?
So it's 8 months.
And is there any internship in these eight months?
No. So we have internships for our UG programs, but for PG programs, they're just study.
And is there any break between 2 semesters, or it is just
Yeah,
straightforward
there's a
8
break.
months?
There's a break.
For all the program, is it mandatory or they can finish them in 8 months?
No, it's not mandatory. It's up to them. For most probably, May is our main take would be our break time. But it's up to them if they don't want to take a break. And sometimes we get a break in December also. It's a short while break. But yeah, that break is mandatory for everyone because Christmas holidays and the college stays closed.
Okay, so they have both the options. They can complete it
Yeah.
in 8 months or 12 months.
Yeah.
So are there any studies happening in May intake as well? Because usually
Yeah.
it is summers and classes
Yeah.
do take place.
Yeah, they do
during-
take place. But certainly therefore less, like the very less teachers available because it's the shortest intake. So yeah, but if you're studying business, that's much possible that you can take courses.
And what about the PL letter?
If we are offering student fees and then we give them an offer letter and they pay initial deposit, that is $1,500. If they pay just initial deposit, we submit them for PAL as well. So if with getting your LOA, you get a PAL as well.
Okay,
So you
with the
don't
initial
need-
deposit only of $1,500.
Yeah, with the initial deposit also you get a PAL. But that is just because we don't want students taking time, getting PAL later. So we initially we assume that any student who has paid like initial deposit will be continuing with our institute only. So we apply for their PAL as well, and we'll give you PAL at the first stage only. But you have to pay a 1 year fees and move ahead.
Okay, and how much time it takes to get the final letter of acceptance and PL?
It takes us 15 working days to, give you an LOA and a PAL.
So approximately the total process may take 45 days of time.
So
4
it depends
weeks.
also, Jitendra ji. I have told you the maximum time that it takes. Sometimes for some students, the offer letter comes in 5 days also. For some, it comes in 7 days also. So it depends upon the students also. Sometimes we ask for transcripts for students who are onshore, but they're not able to submit transcripts on time. For them, it takes time sometimes. But yeah, for initially, we are going at the fastest pace possible. At this point of time also, we are getting offer letters for most of the students between 14 days.
So 2 weeks of time initially to get initial offer letter. And then after paying fee, 2 weeks of time to get the final LOA and PL.
Yeah.
So coming to the 12th part. So if someone has done 12th high schooling, then in that case, someone is asking about the band requirement. So we have,
And
I guess,
requirements for what? For UG or for PG?
till now we have discussed about PG. So then we are going to discuss about UG right now. So for PG, it is 6.5, no less than 6 in IELTS. PT is 60. Or if you are going to take Duolingo just for admission, Duolingo cannot be used for visa application, but
Yeah.
it can be used for admission purpose. The score requirement is 115, 115, no less than 95. So that is the requirement for Duolingo for admission. So even if you have overall 6 in IELTS academic, still it can be used for visa application, but not for admission purpose. For admission purpose, in that case, you can combine it with the Duolingo test. So Duolingo will be used for admission, and overall 6 IELTS academic will be used for visa application. It's not a problem. With each 6, can I apply for PG?
So Jitendra, what I would suggest you is if you have each 6, yes, you can apply for a visa. That's very right. But if you need admission in our school, I would suggest you to give an alternative ELP. Go for a Duolingo. It is much easier than IELTS and you get a result in 2 days. So basically go for a Duolingo test or a PTE test, whatever you find easier. and go online, take that test, and just give us the result. And if you give us the desired result, then don't submit your IELTS for getting an offer letter. Submit your Duolingo, and then on that basis, you can do filing with 6 each.
Yeah. So overall 6, even if it is less than 6 in any module, still it can work for visa application, but it may not work for admission, at least in Northwestern Polytechnic. It can work somewhere else in some other options. But here, for PG level, the requirement is 6.5, no less than 6. So you can either
Most
take
of the
Duolingo.
Alberta institutes, they need a 6.5 overall, most of them.
Most of
But
them.
yeah, you could find some of them that don't require it.
So for 12th, what are the options available for different type of streams? What are the most popular options?
A lot of programs to say for undergraduate students. Like we have associates, which is the Associates of Arts with majors in English and psychology. Then we have University Biological Sciences Diploma. And for talking just about diplomas, we have Business Administration, we have Kinesiology without mathematics for medical students. We have personal trainer for students who are interested in sports. We have visual arts and design. We have early learning and childcare. We have healthcare aid. And we also have degrees with us, which is a BBA and BSc in computer science. Apart from that, we have university transfer programs. For UG students, we have a lot of options available.
I have many questions now. So
Yeah.
starting with, if someone has done 12th without mathematics, what are the best options to go for? And considering that there should not be any problem in PG work permit in future, if the rules change in future, that they are going to take only the priority streams in that. So what are the good options for
Okay.
art students?
So basically, we do have without maths, anyone who's done it. And let's say he's from a medical stream. Then we have personal trainer program. We have kinesiology. We have healthcare aid. We have early learning and childcare. We have visual arts and design. All those programs are available without mathematics in our institute. The only program that requires 12th mathematics is computer system technology, veterinary diploma, and practical nursing. Apart from these, no, we don't require 12th class mathematics in any of the subjects.
So if someone is going for healthcare related options, math is not required.
No, practical nursing it is, but healthcare aid, kinesiology, early learning and childcare, it is not required.
So is it these are 1-year programs or 2-year programs?
No, they are 2-year programs.
All are 2
And
years.
yeah, they're 2-year also. There's an option to go for 1 year in early learning and childcare. We have certificates and diplomas also. The requirement for healthcare aid is any student who has done class 12 with 55 marks in English in class 12 qualifies for a healthcare aid program. You require 6 overall and 6 each IELTS for this program.
So overall percentage, what is required?
The overall percentage does not matter, but if it will be 50 above, it will be good. But we do not certainly require a particular percentage. We just require 55 marks in class 12 English.
Or what about PT or Duolingo?
So PT is again, I would say 55, no band less than 50. And Duolingo is again 115, no band less than 95.
So Duolingo requirement is same. And what's the fee usually for these programs? Is it
for
same or different?
So for healthcare programs, the fees is a little more. It's somewhere close to $20,000.
$20,000 per year.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
And
Duolingo, I think we can accept a lesser score also. I am not sure, but I think it could be a 95, no band less than 95 also. But I will need to check and confirm.
sure. So it is going to be lesser than PG level. So for medical stream, it is clear. What about the commerce stream?
For commerce stream, the IELTS remains the same. So all the, like we take 6 overall, 6 each, and then the sub score for PT remains the same. That is 55, no band less than 50. Duolingo is 110, no below 90. And the requirement is if a student has done math, then 50% in maths and 50% in English. But if there's a commerce stream student who has not done maths, they will be required to present 60% in class 10th mathematics and 65% in their average commerce stream subjects, which is business studies, accounts, economics, and an overall, percentage of somewhere around 70.
So for 12th commerce, what are the courses available? Can we list down the courses? 2, 3 major options.
So business administration and office management diploma. So these are the programs available for anyone who is out of commerce stream. These are the two main programs that we are promoting to them, which is business administration and office management diploma and office management certificate.
Okay, so for these two programs, what's the tuition fee? Business management, office management?
16,300 Canadian dollars.
$16,300. Okay. And eligibility is almost same, like 12%.
Yeah, it is the same for both programs.
Do they require mathematics in 12th with 12th commerce? Is it required to get admission in business management, office management?
No, it is not a necessity.
Okay, so without mathematics as well, they can get admission. It's
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
problem. And what about 12th non-medical?
We have computer system technology. Any student who wants to apply can apply for business administration also, because all the students who have done non-medical have maths with them. So they can apply for an office administration, office management, or they can apply for a business management, but they can also apply for a computer system technology, or they can apply for a BSc in computer science if they want. And they can apply for a BBA also if they want.
So for computer system technology, it is a diploma, 2-year diploma.
Yeah, it's a 2-year diploma.
So what's the fee for this diploma?
Same, it's 16,300 Canadian dollars.
And application fee is also same, it is 150.
Yeah, it stays the same for every program.
And admission requirement is also 12th with any percentage. Any other special requirement for this
No,
program?
no special requirement, just 50% is fine, more than enough.
12th with in arts stream. So what kind of programs they can take?
So the basic thing is that anyone who has done arts and is interested in sports can go for a personal trainer program. Anyone who has done fine arts can go for a visual arts and design program. And then anyone who is interested and, or maybe is confused what majors to choose from, they can choose from University of Arts Diploma, which has two majors. One is English, one is psychology. But to go for a psychology background, you must have, studied psychology in your arts as well. Otherwise, you can take an English major. You can also give early learning and childcare to students who have done sociology maybe, or with arts, because anyone from any background who has done English can apply for an early learning and childcare. So that's an option for them as well. But if they've done arts with maths, they can apply for any program which has maths. Like they can apply for a business program also. They can apply for an office management also.
But usually early childhood is the option. Personal trainer option is an option. Visual art and design is also an option. What 12th hour students without math. Okay. And what's the fee for these programs?
The average fees for every program is $16,300. But yeah, if I talk about practical nursing and healthcare aid, the fee is somewhere around $20,000, $21,000.
Okay. So for healthcare programs, fees on average 20,000. For other programs, fee is approximately $16,300.
Yeah, and the fee for early learning and childcare is approximately $19,000. Apart from that, all the fees stay on an average of 16,300.
Let's talk about the location and jobs and all. So please share a few things about that as well. If you have, you might have heard this question many times in the seminars. So how far it is from the city and whether the jobs are available there or not. So please share those things as well.
See, this question is, I think, very much subjective also to what kind of a student is going to our area. If you talk about location, I know it is very necessary for any student who's going out there to understand where they're going. So we are approximately 3 hours away from 3.5 hours away from Edmonton via road, and it takes about 45 minutes to 1 hour by flight if you take a flight from Edmonton, a connecting flight. But what of the most students do is they have their relatives down in Calgary or Edmonton, so they fly to those areas and they apply in there.
Okay, what's the exact location of the Polytechnic?
It's in Grande Prairie, and it's approximately 3.5 hours away from Edmonton.
Right. Is there any stadium there as well?
Yeah. But there's one Grand Prairie in Texas and there's one Grand Prairie in Canada. So you have to write Grand Prairie, Canada. Yeah, Alberta.
Okay. And let's see the distance. So I have lived in Edmonton.
Yeah.
So biggest city nearby is Edmonton. Okay.
Yeah.
By car, it takes 4.5 hours to reach there.
Yeah, it depends. 3.5, 4.5 hours.
Does it come under rural program as
It
well?
comes under the rural renewal stream.
Okay, so it is going to help in PR if someone is going to study there.
Definitely it is.
Okay, and what's the population and all, whether jobs are
Population is
available?
somewhere around, according to the last census, it was somewhere around 65,000. But yes,
It's a big number.
yeah, but now the population is increasing immensely because students are, moving and moving and moving. So in no time, if the population increases, goes around above 1 lakh, I think the status of RNP could be, finishing soon.
Will it be a risk to go there if someone is eyeing a quick, easy PR there?
No, it will take somewhere around 5 to 7 years for that to happen because a population of, I think, 40,000 people will not come all together at once. It takes time in Canada. So it'll never be as difficult as in Ontario or British Columbia. It is not going to be.
And what about the part-time jobs? Are there part-time jobs available?
Part-time jobs are easily available. This point of time, anyone who's unskilled and is not going out, to fund jobs or find jobs very easily, it is not going to happen in any place in Canada. So I would tell the students to be a little more skilled so that they can easily get a job out there. And yes, we have on-campus jobs available as well, off-campus jobs available as well. I would be glad if Jitendra ji, you're sharing your screen. I would like to type Northwestern Polytechnic residence here. You can write Northwestern Polytechnic residence. You can just search it on Google, not on maps. You can write Northwestern residence. I would like you to show this to students because this is majorly very important, that the kind of accommodation we have here. Can you please go down? And you can click on Grand Prairie. You can see we have Grand Prairie and Fairview both. So where there is written Grand Prairie on the photo, I want you to click here. And then you go down and you click on the photo gallery, the extreme end. That's photo gallery. This is, you can show the students, this is the kind of residence that we have. And we are offering students accommodation at $630 per month, and that to a single occupancy. Like one student has to stay in one room. They get their own room, and then one resident, there are 4 rooms, and they don't have to share that room with anyone. So at $630, it's pretty cheap to get your own room to yourself. You get your own wardrobe, own storage space, and a lock to your door, just at $630, and it is on campus.
Great. But of course, students can look for other accommodations as well if you want to.
Yeah,
look
it's
for,
up to
if you
them.
want to stay.
We're
This
just
is an
helping.
option.
Yeah, we're just helping them.
Yeah, this is an option. Great.
And if you click on the services, if you were talking about job, if you click on services, and please click on the Student Career Center. If you click on the Student Career Center and you move down and you see the current job postings that we have. So you can watch here down the kind of job postings that we have, how you can apply the remote jobs. And if you can please move up. So you can find your jobs here as well. You can see different kind of, job showing. When these were posted are very recent. Some were opened on the 27th of August. Some were posted on the 23rd of August. So students can see that the area has jobs, and students can apply from here also. And, people can help him to, people on the campus can help them to apply in for jobs.
Okay, so on-campus jobs are also there. So
Yes.
for students, if you are going to do any on-campus job, that will not be counted in 24 hours per week time. So you can work any number of hours in your campus, and it will not be counted in your part-time job. So that is an extra income you can have from your part-time job. So that can be done for any number of hours. And also starting from September 2024, you can work for 24 hours per week rather than 20 hours per week. So that is an additional 16-20 hours per month you are going to get if you are going to join starting from September. So whosoever is already studying in Canada or going to join in September, they can start working more starting from September, starting day after tomorrow. So that is also there. Any other things which we need to cover for this session we haven't covered?
No, I think whatever that I want to say, I can sum up in a few lines is whatever that's going on in Canada is not going to affect you as a student if you're going at the moment. Whatever has happened in the past, that's happened just because, to wrangle down the quality of students that had reached some students who were not qualified to be there. So all these things are done so that most of the qualified students reach out there. And when you go to any institution, your primary goal should be to study. And then, job should be a secondary thing that you're going to. We all understand that job is also very necessary, but it should not be your primary goal. Your goal orientation should be choosing the right course, going to the right institute, which is obviously a public institute, and then obviously, choosing a right career path for the future. And all this will determine to your success in the future. And if you do all these parts, I think your success is guaranteed.
If you want to apply, in that case, you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. Number is given in the chat. So it's 92429 92429. If you have any other questions which are not covered in this session, you can share the questions with me on chat as well, or you can WhatsApp those questions and I'll take them to Gunisha to get the answers for you guys. And if you want to apply for this particular college, and there are PG and UG both level of programs available, so we can get onshore admission, offshore admissions, both the admissions are possible, and we can get you admission and you can proceed for your second program, or you can just start your study and apply for your visa as well with this particular college. So thank you so much everyone for joining this particular session. If you have still any questions, please ping me, and to apply, please ping me as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gunisha, for this session.
You're welcome, Jitendraji, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to come live and speak about my institute and speak about the programs that we're promoting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you in next video, next live. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, everyone.